Assalamu alaikum everyone. I welcome you all in my new video Tips for Hadith 1 to 20 for paper 2 question number 1. Before this I have already uploaded my video Tips for Quran passages, which is highly appreciated by you people. I am very thankful for your appreciation, for your acknowledgement. And many students they learn how the Quran passages should be attempted according to the CAIE pattern. So again, for paper 2, question number 1, a compulsory question for Hadith 1 to 20. Again, I'm sharing with you some tips for this topic. Basically, like to crime passages, some of the students they are confused how to attempt this type of question. They get confused between part A and part B. Here you can see the format. This is the actual format of the examination paper of CIE, that in the examination paper of 2 you are given 4 ahadiths from the syllabus and you are supposed to attempt any 2 of them. In this question you can see that there are 2 different parts. Part A, which asks you to describe the theme of hadith, and part B demands you to discuss some practical suggestions and practices of that hadith. Again, you can have a look here on the question and let me discuss one by one what could be explained in these 2 different parts. Part A, the format of the question asks you describe their teachings about what Muslims believe, and part B, explain how Muslims can put these teachings into action or in their daily life. So let's move to discuss how part A is attempted according to the CI pattern. So in this, being a student of O-level Islamia, you must know the difference between part A and part B. Here, the student they actually repeat the contents in both parts, and they do not know exactly what should be explained in part A and part B. So in part A, the very first tip I would like to give you is that you must identify the theme, the message, or the main teaching of that particular hadith you are going to attempt. For example, if you are working on hadith number 2, then you can simply write that this hadith describes the importance of brotherhood, unity, or equality in Islam. So this must be your introduction. In a very simple way, you have to identify the theme, the message of the hadith in very beginning. Afterwards, you have to explain your theme, the message you have identified. You have to explain very briefly and very concisely. You're not supposed to spend here uh, too much time, because this question only carries 8 marks and each part actually carries 2 marks only. So you are not supposed to go in detail. Discuss the theme, the message or the teaching of the hadith very briefly with the reference and with the support of a reference either from the Quran or hadith. A brief reference must be given either from the Quran or Hadith so that it should support your contents, your theme, and the message you are describing. And the last thing in part A I would like to emphasize is that you must never use the word should or must in your part A. This is a very bad practice of our student. In part A, they start writing some content, some sentences which should and must, which basically should be explained or written in your part B, not in part A. In part A, you have to focus on teaching, on message, not the practices. The practices part which should and must are explained, are given in part B. So again, I suggest you and request you not to use should or must in your part A. Now, part B. Now, part B is very different from part A because in part B, you are supposed to explain how to practice. So basically, here you are supposed to give some specific and practical suggestions from our daily life. And while discussing some practices, here you can use the word should, must, and can be used. With the help of these three different keywords, you can explain the practices from your daily life. And while explaining, you can also relate your contents, your practices with our today's life. For example, you can mention about social media, Facebook, WhatsApp, different things can be used, can be mentioned. Similarly, you can relate with today's problem of COVID-19. If you are working on Hadith number 11 about the rights of orphan or widows, the poor people, you can discuss that during this time period because of COVID-19, many people are suffering. So we can help them. We should spend our money, our wealth through donation, zakah. So with this example of today's life of Facebook, COVID-19, social media, anything, it will be highly appreciated by this CAIE examination by the Cambridge board. So you must focus. And lastly, uh, beside our daily life example, you have to also support your answer in part B with a very specific and historical example, either from the life of the Holy Prophet or from the life of companions, even from the history of Islamic world, Islamic countries, from Pakistan, different example can be given. For example, for brotherhood, you can discuss about Ansar and Muhajirin, how they help the Muhajir brother of Makkah. So these are my simple tips for you. If you follow them, inshallah, you will be given higher marks, and you will also be very comfortable to attempt this part of question. Now, at the end, I would like to discuss with you our sample answer for Hadith number 2. But before this, I will request you again, if you haven't subscribed my channel, so please do subscribe and share with other people. Now, so a sample answer for Hadith number 2. Uh, the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, he said, لا يؤمن أحدكم حتى يحب لأخيه ما يحب لنفسه. None of you truly believes until he loves for his brother what he loves for himself. कि तुम में से कोई भी शख्स उस वक्त तक कामिल मोमिन नहीं हो सकता जब तक कि वो अपने भाई के लिए वही चीज पसंद ना करे जो वो शख्स अपनी जात के लिए अपने लिए पसंद करता है. So, in this question, let's discuss the sample answer. I'm just giving you some idea how to attempt. So, in part A, you are supposed, as I told you, to just first of all to identify the theme or the teaching, the message of the hadith. So, this hadith basically describes the importance of brotherhood, equality, and unity in Islam. In Islam, we all Muslims are equal in the eyes of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and we are bound in one relationship of brotherhood by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Therefore, Allah says in the Holy Quran, Innamal mu'minuna ikhwa, verily, all believers are brothers. Similarly, our beloved Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, he said, Al Muslimu akhul Muslimi. A Muslim is a brother of another Muslim. एक मुसलमान दूसरे मुसलमान का भाई है. So, according to different narrations, Quranic verses, we believe that we all, even not only Muslim, we all people, the whole mankind, they are the children of Hazrat Adam alayhi salam. Therefore, especially in Islam, there is no difference of color, language, race, or status in Islam. This is the main message of brotherhood given by Islam, by the Quran and Hadith to us. So here you can see I didn't use any word should or must. I try to identify the theme and I try to discuss the theme according to the Islamic teachings. What does the Quran and Hadith say about brotherhood? So it is just an idea for you to discuss the main theme according to Islamic teachings. Now let's move to part B. How to practice these teachings which we discuss right now in part A. So basically, being a Muslim, we must promote brotherhood, unity, and equality in our society. For that, Muslims they can and they should remove all the differences of color, language, race, and status. They should be the source of happiness, either morally or financially. If you are financially good, then you must spend your wealth on poor people, needy people, the widows, the orphans of the society through your donation, charity, zakat. They can be spent in order to develop a strong and an ideal Muslim society. But if you are not strong financially, then at least morally you should be the source of kindness, happiness. Speak with kindness with the needy people, other people, not only the needy, but with all the members of the society. There should be love and reverence, respect with everyone in our society. In such a way, we can promote our brotherhood in the society. Similarly, uh, they should never consider others inferior if they are watchmen, any maid, anyone who is working on low profession, not equally, uh, not equal in your status according to your status. So they should also be respected. And being a Muslim, they must also avoid making fun, abusing, backbiting, bullying, etc. This spiritual disease should also be avoided by a true Muslim. In the last, let me give you examples from the history of from the history of Islam or from the life of the Holy Prophet. The best example we can learn about brotherhood, equality, and unity is the example of Ansar and Muhajirin, who donated their everything for the cause of Islam at the uh, command of the Prophet Muhammad peace be upon him. Similarly, the recent example of 2005 can be given when the earthquake came in Pakistan. Afterwards, the flood also came, and Pakistani victims of earthquake and flood they were helped out by different Islamic countries in all over the world. Our Muslim brothers and sisters they tried their level best to help the people in Pakistan. So thank you very much for this tips for this video. I hope you will enjoy. You will learn many things. If you have any query, you can comment. You can ask me. Inshallah, I will answer them. Thank you very much. Have a nice day.